Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are the day number 4 of our batch. So, in the last 3 days, we mainly discuss about value, services, organization, customer, consumer, ITL, practices, SVC, SVS, and then yesterday we started the service now capability, service now overview, and we discuss about the now create. And from today, we are starting the actual journey of ServiceNow. Okay, sorry, actual journey of CSM. If I ask you, what do you mean by the word CSM? What is the meaning of CSM according to you? What do you think, Anita? What is CSM? Anita, you can unmute and you can tell me what is CSM for you? Okay, Madhure.
Management of customer requests.
Only request.
I mean, tickets or requests would include any task or any
What type
incidents.
of request, task, issues? What type?
There could be anything. I mean, it could be how-to questions. It could be issues that they are facing.
What type of
Any issues relating to, say, HR, their day-to-day work, make their day-to-day work easier to complete.
नहीं HR तो नहीं है but ठीक है okay let go ahead for this one. Chandramani, what do you think? What is CSM? Go ahead, buddy. Chandramani, what is CSM for you? Ronald.
Customer service management. Basically, users may have any query relating to the service. There is, yeah. It could be. It is external users. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by the external users?
So a company, let's say for example, Airtel, it provides telephony services to end users. So the end users like you and me would have queries related to some of the services that
I told you yesterday that there is no concept of end user in CSM.
Customers.
Then yes, okay. Then
so the customers may have a query related to the services and
query.
Not just query. It could be a fault, any fault, technical fault also.
Okay. Bus then.
So they raise a case.
Why case?
Why case? Because I don't know. No, I don't know why case.
Because it's case. Okay.
It's case. Okay.
No problem. So points are correct, but little bit corrections are required.
Okay.
I did not go to the restaurant. Okay. Shall I raise a complaint against that restaurant that your food is not good?
No.
Okay. I go there, I buy something, I'm not happy. Definitely I will raise a complaint. Okay, Anita, go ahead. Anita, you raise your hand, go ahead. Or it's by mistake.
She said she can't hear us. So maybe that's it.
Wait. Can't. Might be join again. You can drop and join again because Two people are able to hear, so it's good. Chandramani, can you hear me? Yes, now he can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean by the word CSM? What do you think? Madhuri, what do you think? The word CSM.
So CSM. So
Sorry,
if I take.
I'm saying Madhuri, it's Chandramani. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you already given the definition. Yes, Chandramani. What do you think? What is CSM?
CSM is an application built on top of ServiceNow platform.
No, ये तो
So-
it's. I'm not asking about the not in the ServiceNow ecosystem. I'm just asking for the general example. What is CSM?
An application which might be used to fulfill the customer requirements or needs.
Okay. Okay, Anita, what do you think? What is CSM? If you're able to hear us properly now. Still having the issue. Might be she's still facing the issue. Not sure that it's my side or her side.
We can
Okay.
hear you well, Atul.
Yes, so it's all good. Okay, let's continue. In the meantime, she will join again. So CSM is mainly there's a no concept of end user. Number one. Okay. Number two, CSM is a process, is a way to handle the customer or consumer query before, during, and after sales. This is what the main fundamental is here. If I did not go to the restaurant, if I did not go to the showroom to buy that product, I will not raise a complaint. But before purchasing it, I have a lot of queries. I can go and put it, right? So this is what, oh, wait guys, let close this issue as well. Now, in the meantime, come back here. This is CSM says it's all about managing services for the customer. Here, I'm not saying the product specifically. I'm saying the services. Product is also there. That concept also come. If you buy something in the form of the product, that is product. So it says before about managing services before, during, and after the purchase of a product or a service. I'm not saying it is services after sale or pre-sales. No. Buy after the purchase of product or a service. How to manage this? If I say, okay, what is incident management? Atul, by before raising an incident or after raising an incident, how the incident life cycle work? This is what the concept here. The life cycle of an incident record is come under the incident management. Sending the updates, sending the requirements, reminders, putting the tickets on the awaiting customer notification, SLA, resolution, KB articles, all this come in the incident management. Good, Anita. Let's continue here. Okay. But now what is CSM in the service now? There's a concept in the BA that is called the BA BOK. In the BA BOK, there is a concept called the BA CCM. BA CCM is the core concept. So it says when we are working as a consultant, we have to be define our scope or the context. Like I ask what is CSM. I did not ask that what is CSM in service now. So we have to be put a close context on that particular part. That is the important part why requirements or the workshops get failed, because we start bringing a lot of new concepts which is not the part of that presentation or the part of that workshop, and customer get confused. So better whenever you're going for the requirement gathering, when you're going for the workshops kind of things, our scope, our context should be very clear, and we have to be discuss about that context. So first question I ask, what is CSM? And now I'm asking what is CSM in service now? So now you can say it is a tool, it is a platform, it is a domain, it is an area where we by which a customer can log a case, a complaint via portal, via email, chat, in person, and agents work on that. In CSM and ITSM, to differentiate these parts, ServiceNow introduced the concept of case, the word case, and word agent. In ITSM, it is incident, and it is the survey desk or the fulfiller. But in CSM, it is a case and the agent, not the survey desk. Agent and case work together here. So this is the basic definition of CSM. And now we have to go more deep in this particular definition. Before that, would like to share something that if you are planning for the CSM certification, then you have to do the 2 trainings, CSM fundamental, it's a 3 days, and then CSM implementation. It's a 2 days. In our training, we are trying to complete these 2 books together with the different concepts. In CSM, important part is little bit understanding of the CSGM. That is important. CMDB, CSGM, and the communities. So this is the concept which is going to be covered in that particular part. And also, if I show you something on the agenda, we are going to discuss the fundamental of CSM, that why we need CSM, how CSM and ITSM is different. Because Ronald picked up everything very rightly. It's an incident. No, it's not an incident. It is a case here. Because we have to differentiate the 2 concepts, 2 products here. Go ahead, Chandramani.
Yeah, I think they have merged these both fundamental and the implementation into one.
Might be they have merged, because I did this training approximately 3 or 4 years back only. That time it was 2 books.
Yes.
One is implementation and one is fundamental.
But
I noticed that the implementation book is more of the fundamental only.
Yes.
This is what I notice here. Now let's come to the concepts. If you are a customer, what is your problem statements? What is your pain points? Let's say you buy an iPhone. Now it is not working. What is your pain points now? Can it be fixed?
The phone is not working. That's the pain point.
Pain point. Now what we'll do? What you will do?
Log a case.
Log a case. What you will say?
Give some details like I purchased this iPhone, give the date,
Right.
possibly bill number,
Okay.
some basic details, and say that it is not like, if I can say which functionality is not working, that is great. Otherwise, I can say in generic that the
Okay.
phone is not functioning.
10 days gone, no update. Now what you will do? Frustrated?
Right.
Definitely frustrated, taking more time. You submit your phone so that they can refurbish it or they can sort out the issue. It costs you more. Again frustrated. And at last what will happen? You're thinking about that product, you're thinking about that company is going negative. And you will give the negative feedback in the surveys, right?
Right.
That is important because it is said that customer is king. It means if you want to make a customer happy, then it is important. It means we need something on the place, a process which help us to manage all these things. Correct? A proper sequencing of steps, proper way of raising the ticket. Right? So now when we say, okay, this is a CSM, how it is going to benefit to the customer, to the business? Any idea how it's going to benefit to the business? Because if you are not happy, you're moving out from that particular company list, right? Then I will not buy iPhone again. I will buy the Android. It means the company is losing the revenue. Correct? Second, company is losing the reputation as well. Agree? Why people go for the iPhone? Even though it's costly, but it's a brand. In the early days when this smartphone came, the fashion of Chinese phone was very much high. Everybody was buying the Chinese phone. Cheap and easy. But then people start facing the issue. It get blasted. It get become hotter when you charge it. Quality is not good. Problematic issues every day. If it drop, it break completely. So companies are getting loss on that particular part. But now people buy standard phones. Samsung, iPhone, or even I can say one or two more good companies are there. People are buying only those phones. Not going to any other small kind of these brands. Why? Because they have a good face on that particular. They know that the services of this particular company is good. So this is what the benefit of the business. And if there is a good process, it will increase the customer experience as well. If I say, okay, Madurai, you are in the US. If you go to that particular shop, they're very good. Their services are very good. It means I'm adding a new customer in their queue and enhancing the customer experience as well. So when I go to my hometown, if we need to buy some jewelry, we go to a specific shop only. Okay, and they treat it very well. They will give you the water bottles, then they bring the coffee for you. I like their services. And if you are not happy, you can say, okay, can you do it quickly or can you do it tomorrow and all these things. They're doing very well in that particular part. That is increasing the customer experience now. If you have any complaint, we just call them that this is not good. Can you make some changes or can you send it back by some way? They help us on that particular part. So it means it is important that a solid and a good process should be there. Because it's all about customers now, not for the internal IT users. The whole world is customer for me. If I did not give a good training to you, I'm losing my customers. I'm losing my experience. I'm losing my revenue. I'm losing my growth. So what is important for me? If anybody message me, Atul, do you have this thing? Can you help me to understand? I reply you. Then you say yes. Atul reply very well. He tried to sort out the things quickly. This is what come under this part. So now if I come back here, this is what the problems. Being a customer, you have issue. Can this be fixed? You have to pay charges or not? Very valid question. You buy an iPhone only 10 days, 20 days back. It's not working properly. Do you need to be put some amount on this particular part? How long it will be take? Any replacement? Will I lose my data? These are the common problem statements, right? If you have having an issue, these are the very common statements. And out of this 5, if I say yes, it is chargeable. Why chargeable? I just buy a 1 month back. It should be free. Or you call to the customer care, they pick up their call, they take the information, but they did not tell you that, sir, it is charged to you. Once everything is done, then they say, okay, you have to pay 100 rupees or 200 rupees. And the problem is mainly in these areas: healthcare, life sciences, governments, education, financial services. Because we are the customer mainly in these areas as well. We're using these products, we're using these services. And we always worried about these things. More issues, more dissatisfaction, raise the feedback as a negative. And why it's problematic? Because in the background, everything is same. Like Ronald says, incident. Until unless you will not divide or define that what is incident, what is case, your agents will not understand. For them, everything is an incident. And if it is an incident, then definitely it will go different processes, different life cycle. And the issue which can be sorted out quickly is taking more time now because there is no process in the background. Before ServiceNow launched this CSM part, there was no concept of the CSM. If you log a case, it will take 10-20 days to be get fixed. By where it can be get fixed in the 1 or 2 days as well. Because there is no process in the background. Nobody was aware about this thing. If the simple thing, I take example, CMDB was there, but CSM come in the picture. Why? Because there was a need to differentiate the things now. Components and the services are the two different things, but they work together for a better service providing. This is what the picture shows. In the background, everything is same. For service desk agent, there is no difference between case and the incident, and that's wrong. If customer, you're not providing the service to the customer, that's bad. On time, quick, then it's bad. If feedback is going down, customer frustrated, experience negative, and loss in the growth and the reputation. Then ServiceNow says, I need something to become here. Let's build some product. Let's build some process so that we can provide a good services to our customers. And they come back and they come with the concept called CSM. Clear till this point? Any doubt? Good.
So far, so good.
So now when we talk about the CSM, this offer case management, which is skill-based routing. sure everybody of us has a lot of contacts in the WhatsApp. But why you come to me when you have a functional question? Because you know that Atul's profile is the same only. He's a consultant, business process consultant. He's having a good knowledge in the process. That is my skill based. And someone says, can you help us in the item? No, I can't help you, but I can guide you. That is the routing. Real-time service level agreements. SLAs are there. We have a contracts. In India, there is no contract when you buy any mobile SIM. But in US, UK, other countries, there is a contract that you having a contract of the 12 months, £25 per month for your internet bill. It means you can't leave or you can't break the contract. If you're breaking, then you have to pay the rest of the amount. Agreements are contracts. And entitlement. How many of us are using the credit cards? Almost everybody. Someone is using very specific credit cards so that whenever they're flying, they can use the launch free of cost. This is what is the entitlements. These concepts exist in the ITSM as well, but with a different meanings, different ways. Because these are the customer base and you don't know who is the customer or how many we have a customers. If today I want to buy a Vodafone SIM in UK, I go and ask them, I'm their potential customer. I may not buy the SIM, but I'm their customer. So this is what ServiceNow offers us. And also it is a process across middle office teams to resolve issues faster by connecting customer services with the engineers. If I am working as an agent, I got a call from Ronald. I'll take that call. I put the details. If I think that a visit is required at Ronald Place, I'll raise a field service case in the background so that it can sort it out. Because my customer is anywhere, like Jio is start installing 5G routers and fibers cable everywhere. And if you're facing some issue, what they say, sir, engineer will come and check your router and everything. That is what the field services says. And this approach help to reduce the case volume with the self services. As a give example, when I purchased iPhone first time, definitely it's the first time only. Okay, I was not aware how to shut down or how to switch off the iPhone. I go to iPhone website because now I'm not an end user. I'm a customer. I buy that product. I go to their website and check how to shut down the iPhone. This is what the self-services. If you go into McD's or the Domino's kind of things, now they have ready-made boards are there, devices are there. You just go, put your order and take a slip and sit at the place. Number will come, go and pick up the product. No need to be stand in the big queues to order first, then to get the order and then sit. This is self-service. 2 days back, I went with my friend. He said, let's go for a coffee. I said, okay. He take me to a mall. We are going to, and he take me to McD. And we want a takeaway. So what I see good, Before you reach, when you reach there, you have to be just say hello. Someone pick up your call and place your order. You go, pay it, and then go to the next queue to get your product ready. Easy, simple. You can take a help to resolve your issues in the customer communities, in the portal, in the knowledge bases. Communities plays a very vital role nowadays. Like community on the Facebook, community on the LinkedIn or Twitter. This is what they do. Plus, this approach, this CSM help them to proactively monitor the products and services. What is the meaning of the proactive here? We are using the ATM cards. Or we're using the online, everybody is using the online banking nowadays. We receive an email from this date to this date, this time to this time, the site will be down. They're proactively telling you, you're not end user, you're customers. So that if you have any plan to do any transaction between this time, please be careful, the services will not available. Proactively monitoring the customer product and services. And tell them on time. Outages. And the last, prevent future cases by driving the best knowledge based content. Telling them the well in advance about the issues, outages. This is what the CSM says here. Doubt, clarification.
Is CSM a best practice or a standard?
In what sense?
In what it tells about what to do.
So CSM is like ITSM only. Like ServiceNow have an ITSM product, the same as they provide CSM as a product to manage only the customer queries, not an internal queries. Let's say Madhur started a business. Okay. And you are running a restaurant. I come to you and order it. I had food and then go and I'm writing a feedback for you. Please improve little ambience, have a good staff and all things will be there. This is what customer service. You need a place, you need a platform, you need a tool so that customer come and give you feedback. Sometimes I go and ask, okay, can you give me the feedback form? I like the food, I like the ambience, I like the services, so I give them a feedback. But now they're very smart. Sir, can you go to this True Spotlight or True Light and give us the 4-star rating, 5-star rating and put the comments there. So internally we're managing everything, and earlier for internal users, for the IT users, we have IT system. But what about your external? Companies are earning. They're providing service to the customers. So how they will take care of everything? This is what the CSM concept come here.
So CSM is for external customers and not internal stakeholders or internal population.
Don't say external customer. Customer means external only. Customer and consumers means external only. You join a new company, okay? You need a laptop. You're using the internal IT system, internal IT
Right.
port. You move to some other country. You want to buy a laptop. You go to the showroom. You buy a laptop, but you're facing some issue. What you will do? Either you go to the showroom back, or either you log a complaint online.
Right.
Then you are a customer. But for the first case, you are an employee and you're using the internal IT system. right? This is the difference actually. And we have to be clear on the ITSM and the CSM. CSM is completely outside, completely outside. And ITSM is completely inside. Okay.
Huge difference.
Definitely, yes. You will find the difference in the upcoming slides as well.
Okay, great.
And
thank you for clarifying this.
We need to be understand. Unless you will not understand the difference, you will be always confused. Your HRSD is also for the internal employees only. Onboarding, offboarding, documentation, policies, time card, time sheets, all the things will be. That is your internal employee.
Right.
But CSM is completely outside. Okay. Now, CSM is related with the other parts. Okay. Before I go, we have to understand one thing. This CSM is built with the different products or the services provided by ServiceNow. It's a standalone application, standalone platform, standalone product, but it is using concepts from the ITSM as well. It has a relationship with the ITSM. It has a relationship with the ITPM, improvement, field services, workspace, item, and finance management. What is important? Unless you have a need in your company, don't activate this plugin. That is important. Okay. So now we are going to be discuss something important here now. That how this CSM and related with the other parts, these modules. This time I'm feeling very happy because all the slides has been created by me with the different flavors, with the different styles. It's not copy pasted somewhere. I created all the things by myself. Okay. Now when we talk about the ITSM, because this is one of the core area for us to be understand. CSM and the ITSM. CSM is a different product of service now. ITSM is a different. It has a different licensing, different costing. But if you want to integrate CSM with ITSM, now Madhurey come will and put a question. Atul, one side you are saying these are two different. Why are you integrating now? Right? Right, Madhurey, why are you integrating now?
Right.
Okay, now tell me. As I said that you are running a business. Okay, a restaurant. Ronald came and give a feedback. Now what you will do with that feedback? Let's say it's a positive feedback and you want to improve it. What you will do? What he will do? What do you think, Ronald? What he will do?
It should follow some life cycle.
Okay. And how you will follow the life cycle?
I think that is where the ITIL framework comes into play.
What you will do? That is what I want to be. I'm looking for the answer now. It should follow life cycle. 100% agree. But how it will follow the life cycle?
There should be some stages, steps,
Process
or best practices or processes to follow.
Right.
Which say that this is the right way of solving a case.
Correct.
Or solving a query.
It means you need to create a record and then link that record with your CSM case. So that you can try that, yes, Mr. Ronald came and he gave this feedback and this is a good one. If someone says, no, your plates or your glasses are not good, in the background, what you will do? You will log an incident for that particular department. Please replace all the plates and the glasses. So in the front end, because why should I tell to my customer that it is an incident, it's a problem, it's a case, or it's a change? Sorry, it's a change or what else? For them, it is a case only. But in the background, I have to link my case with my incident. I have to link my case with my change, with my problem statement. This is important. In the next slides, we're going to discuss this differentiation as well. Then CSM work closely with the FSM, field service management. Because if I need to be send an engineer to fix an issue at my customer place, I have to have a different system on the place. Field service management, sorry, not manager. I create another case for them, send them a message or the voice note or maybe the email. They will check that email and they will go to the customer side. Take a digital sign. Send the report back to me on the case, which case is linked with my CSM case. And then required, I'll open the incident. Let's say Ronald's call to the customer care to the LG and my fridge is not working. Okay, sir, we are sending the engineer. After 2 hours, engineer came and check everything and say, sorry, sir, your fridge is now having issue. We have to be fix it. And I need to be get some material for this one. Some device, some equipment need to be bring it. He will update everything in the case and send to the case team. They will log an incident in the background because every customer is facing this issue now. So again, these are links. So one, that incident fix, come here and these guys either tell to customer and ask to the FSM guys, okay, go and visit now and tell that these section need to be done now. So these are the interrelated with each other. Clear यहाँ पे? Doubt? So we can do the integration with financial these other products as well. Now ITOM. ITOM is mainly used for the infrastructure part. We sell infra to my customers as well. Let's say Anita is running a company and her company provided only hardware as an asset. They're installing the ATMs and they have to be updated the ATMs as well, firewall versions. So they're using case for the end users, but in the background, they have an item to update that databases as well. CA information, CMDB, services information as well. This is what the CSM is related with the other products. It's very deep to be understand actually. Now have a look here. To understand the CSM and the incident management concepts. What do you think what this picture is saying to you? Madhur, what do you think? The session should be interactive now. It's not one way, it should be two way. Because these things are confusing in the mind and we have to be sort out all these things.
Right. So in this, you're like, we're trying to link CSM with ITIL and we're
Not
using
ITSM.
Or ITSM, yes, service management.
Yes. So what it says, you are here, customer. You can call, go to the portal, chat or email and log a case. In the background, I will either log work order, problem or workflow. Let me show you some more picture. This one is more easy to be understand. Both are similar only. These two pictures are similar, but little bit more differentiation here. Same way you can log a case. Once a case has been logged, in the background it can be incident. Let's say I'm using or Anita is using the internet services. But from the last 3-4 days, the internet is very slow. It's need buffering always. When I watch YouTube, it's required buffering. I call to customer care. Hey, I am the customer. This is my account number, or this is my this services number. I am noticing that from the last 4 days, internet is very slow. Okay, ma'am, let me log a case for you. The agent know in the background, is there any problem open for this one? Sorry, ma'am, just to be informed that we already have a ongoing issue on this particular part and team is working. How the agent will know that it has been fixed? With the change only. Because to make a changes in the production, you need a change management. But I can't tell Anita that we are having a change here because Anita is not from the IT background. She's not teaching. She doesn't know. It doesn't matter for Anita. It's an incident, change or problem or request. Doesn't matter. What matter that she should get a reply on time and fix the issues. And there is a plugin which connect these two products. There is a plugin actually. There is a plugin. So if you are an internal user, employee, then you're using only this way. But if you're external one, you're using this, but in the background, it has link with the ITSM as well. क्योंकि आपका जो काम है एक्चुअली में तो यही लोग कर रहे हैं, technical people. I am working on a project for ServiceNow implementation. My client is my customer. Atul, can you help me on this part? Yes, I can help you. Okay, log a story. Done. In the background, I have my technical team who are working on this story. So these picture indicates that how these two products are related with each other, but there is a fundamental difference concept wise. Case is completely different. ITSM is completely different. Might be now to fix this issue, you have again same thing. Knowledge, solution, delivery services, all the things will be there in the background. This is very basic. Now, when we go more in the deep, might be Ronald is thinking, Atul, it means it's done now. CSM is done. No. It's not done now. Yes, Ronald, go ahead.
Yeah, Atul, I had a question on the previous slide where you showed the linking. Yeah, the one before this.
Yep.
24, slide 24, no 24.
Okay.
So here, what is CIM?
Continuous improvement management. There's a product and service.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Continuous improvement management.
Yes. Why?
How is ITBM related to CSM?
Financials here, financial resourcing, all the things.
Financial management. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
That is a part. Okay. So now, if I come here to understand a little bit more about these things. Okay. What is the difference between CSM and the ITSM? Okay. Or if I talk from that perspective, what I can say. Stakeholder perspective or the persona's perspective, there's a difference. Few key points here. Number one, case is mainly focused on the customer perspective, where ITSM focus on the internal employees perspective for the internal employee services. Purpose to provide a better services to the customers or the consumers with the different ways. Purpose to provide better service to the end users of the internal IT people. And the last, objective. Something on the similar lines only I can say. But if I talk from the persona's perspective, from the role perspective, from the stakeholder perspective, there's a difference. Here we call the person who is logging this in case is an agent. Here it is a fulfiller or service desk agent. But here there is no service desk agent. This is called agent only. You can say customer care agent, but we never call it a service desk agent. For case, there is an account representative as well sometime. When we go for the more fundamental meaning of this CSM, B2B and B2C, then these concepts will come in the picture. So we have a managers, customer managers, account executives. But here we have like leadership, IT leadership, who want to improve the IT systems. Service desk, developers kind of things, people come under this particular stakeholder. So fundamentally also the roles, the personas are totally different here. To connect these 3 and 1, different plugins are required. This time I intentionally did not install any plugin in my PDA till now. Generally in my trainings I install the plugins beforehand to save the time. But now when we go a little bit more in the deep dive, we will install the plugin in the live training itself. And now what is important here? User assigned with SNC internal role for the employee of the organization using customer service management or SNC external with read access to see this part. I am a customer, but I want to see that which problem record is open. I need SNC external role. That is important. So that I can read the background problem and problem change and incidents request as well. The important point is there to link these 3 or 1 plugin to link request is another plugin required. So if you don't install this plugin for ITSM integration, you can't link a case with the problem or the incident or the change. But after you install the plugin, after installing the plugin, an agent can link the case with the incident, problem and change request. That can be possible. Also one more thing. This is what I read in the book. Sometimes what happen? Service provider says, I don't want to be use CSM. It is expensive. I need to pay the license for the same. Definitely yes. They start building a similar application to save the licensing cost. And service now say it is not as per the practice. Don't try to build a similar as a CSM in the ITSM itself. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Is it matter for or not for you? Either it's a case or incident. If you're an end user, if you're a customer, it doesn't matter. The matter is only that your issue should be resolved. Right? So companies think, let's enhance incident management and use it for the case customer as well, which is not a recommended approach. So ServiceNow strictly says don't create the similar product or do the enhancements in the ITSM. Otherwise, you are making the problematic statements for you and changing the enhancing the system a lot. कोई डाउट यहाँ तक? कोई प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, कुछ क्वेश्चन, डाउट, क्लैरिफिकेशन?
Question.
Go ahead, please.
So, can the person handling the case and the incident be the same person?
It can be. Handling means are you
Can be. That is
are you
not
talking about the fixing or just logging?
logging.
It can be same person as well. But generally we don't put the same person because to log a case is a different process. To log an incident is a different process. Believe me, I'm holding myself to give you that example because I want to give example tomorrow when we open this business model concepts. Then you understand this part more clearly.
Okay, then I'll save the next question for tomorrow.
Yes, because what example I have in my mind will clear the doubts that how these two things are working. And you put the right question that is the same person. If I am a service provider, I want to reduce the cost.
Right.
I do the same thing. I'll put one
Right.
person because for me it is a service agent only. Doesn't matter that it is taking a query from the customer or the internal people.
True.
His work is to be log a incident or the case. But
Correct.
we generally prefer the two different people for logging a case and for logging an incident because this is for the internal and this is for the external. Okay.
Okay.
Now the question comes when you need to be integrate this product with case. What do you think? Or when to use these two products together? What do you think? When it is a need?
When you are a SaaS or a PaaS provider, you will need to have both of them together.
Only SaaS or PaaS?
Mostly, like if you're Zscaler, for example, you will have a CSM module and you'll have an ITSM module.
Okay,
because if you have
let me give you an example.
Okay.
I am a manufacturing company. I am manufacturing the microwave oven. No. I'm not a SaaS, I'm not a PaaS.
Right.
Then?
But if you have an outage internally, that might not affect your external customer.
So for internal, I have a change management, I have problem management, I have outage there.
I agree, but your supply chain will not get impacted, or your external customer who is buying like from Harrods or.
But you're saying that it is for SaaS or PaaS only.
Right. And my example would be like Zscaler, right? If they have an internal outage, they need to log an internal case using ITSM module. At the same time, because they are providing services to other customers, their customers will also log a case using CSM module.
Can you touch the Zscaler? No, it's intangible, right?
Yes, it's intangible.
But I'm a manufacturing company. I'm selling the microwave ovens in the market. My customer log a case, right? That is the I say in the beginning that CSM work for the services and the products together. It's not about only services.
It's about products and services, right? Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Right. You go to market, you buy, you're not always buying the services. You're buying the products as well.
Correct.
Right. So in the both cases, you need some place to be log a case. So what this says, what ServiceNow says, use these both products only when you are sure that you are providing services or the products to the external customers as well. Then, and after that, if you want to be link the incident, like internal team is working to fixing that issues, then use these two products together. And also I'm repeating, don't customize your ITSM to use for the CSM or the customers to avoid licensing cost. Not recommended. Okay. So it's like I'm okay to go outside because I'm providing services to my other or external customers or the consumers as well. But if I want to be linked that case with my internal problem statements, internal changes, internal incidents, then I have to do this linking together. And linking means I have to be just install a plugin and then my work done. Because to access ITSM, I have a ITL rules. ITL or SN read write rule are there. Minimum rules are there. And work on the case, different rule is required. ये भी problem है यहाँ पर. ये भी sorry, it's a difference there. ITL user can't access the case management. To access the case, a user must have a what is this case agent rule or customer agent rule is required. So both products come with the different rules, different installation way. But if you make sure that yes, I'm going in the market to providing services, then use these two products together and your work will be done. Clear your picture up now, Madhure?
Yes.
Good. Sure. Out question, anybody? Anita, Chandamani, Ronald, someone put a message. Okay. Any doubt? Any question?
So one question from mine.
Good.
So how an organization will recognize that CSM is needed for me?
If they provided services to the end customer and the users, not end users, outside customers.
Yeah, the question is coming from background saying that we have virtual agents and other things as well, right? With the ITSM, and so the customers or the consumers will interact even with the virtual agents and the ITSM in place. So right. why we need an extra?
It's again IT. We have to be very clear on the fundamental here. When you say customer and consumer, you are giving service to the outside your company, right? And they can use the virtual agent as well. They can use the live agents as well. But how you will track the problem statement? How you track your cases? To track that, you need something on the place. That is what I'm saying. What company think, let's save a cost, let's save a license and use the incident management for the customers as well, which is not recommended. Which is not recommended. I can't use coffee always in place of tea. It is good on some occasions, but not every time. It's not fulfilling my area, my criteria. In the same manner, ठीक है, customer है virtual agent use करे, that's fine. But there must be a separate process. Why I should tell to my customer that what technology I'm using in the background? I'm not sure. Do you aware or not? There is a concept called the universal record in ServiceNow. ServiceNow introduced this concept with the intention, let's avoid telling to the customer, not customer, to our internal users as well, that it is an incident record. Give them a universal record number, that's all. No need to be tell that it is an incident, it's a change or problem or request. But that did not get successful. So in the same manner, if you're going outside, providing the customers service to the customers, then have a different process, different tool on the place that will be good.
Yeah, the universal request example which you shared is again a very good example. Like it can take place of the cases, right? Customer service cases. Yes. So means I don't understand a complete creation of application because
one or two more days. By tomorrow it will be more clear in your mind. Because tomorrow when we go for the business model, then you understand, okay, what this mean actually. With the different concepts, it will be easy to be understand then. Okay. What I can say, let's say you're using one Excel sheet. Okay, one Excel file to keep records of your expenses and the income. Okay, let's take example. Now tomorrow you get married and your wife also says, hey Chandramani, I want to also record my expenses and the income. What is your recommendation? You will say, okay, we can use one Excel sheet, one Excel file, and I can get a sheet for you. Right?
Yes.
Because you don't want to be you want to be confused yourself and your wife in a single sheet. Agree?
Yes.
Then why you say for a different sheet? Because you want to keep it as separate. Her expenses, her income is a different. My expenses, my income is different. Might be I want to be record up to minute level as well. My cigarettes, my beer, my drinks, my goggles, petrol, everything I want to be recorded. But she want to just record the high level income and high level expenses. This is what the difference come here. Two different Excel sheets in the same file is also good. You can add, you can say, Satul, I can add more columns in my same sheet only, but that will be confusing. Because if you put a filter, your records also get filtered. Then you get confused. Same thing ServiceNow says. If you're providing the services and the product to your customers, don't use ITSM, use CSM only. And in the background, you can integrate. You can create third sheet as well. Consolidated income and expenses. From your sheet expenses goes, from your sheet income goes, from her sheet income goes, and her sheet's expenses go to find out the high level part. This is what the integration here. Clear हुआ अब कुछ?
Yeah.
या अभी भी कुछ डाउट है?
No, it's fine.
Good. No problem. We will pick up. Now we are going in the deep of CSM, and these questions are must in the beginning. Only then it will be get clarified when we start entered in the ecosystem now. Chaliye, any last question before I stop the recording? Okay, good. Let me stop recording and take attendance now.